The newest cyber attacks, hacking, it's not going to leave you poor, it's going to leave you dead. Groups targeting hospitals killed a baby because they cut off access to the fetal heartbeat monitor. In another attack, a woman suffering from low blood sugar and confusion went into cardiac arrest and died after hospital workers said they waited 4 hours for lab results they needed in order to proceed with her care. They never received the results because of a cyber attack. Adjunct professor and cybersecurity chief information security officer at Direct Marketing Solutions, David Malicoat, joins us. David, thank you for being here. Is the reason these hackers are attacking hospitals is because they're the ones who are most likely to pay up in ransomware attacks?
Yeah, so due to the life and death nature, what the hackers want to do, they're running a risk evaluation of their own, and they want to go attack folks that are going to pay. They want that money as quickly as possible. So typically, healthcare centers, hospitals, they know that if they get attacked, that they have minutes, hours, maybe, to be able to get those things back online before they start running into their own risk equations. So yes, they attack them. The cost of that attack is huge when it comes to value.
And just so everybody understands at the very basic level, ransomware is the hackers go in and they basically lock people out of their computers. So doctors, nurses, whatever, can't access any of the computer systems, and then send a note that says, hey, pay us $5 million or $10 million and we'll turn everything back on. Until then, good luck. These are all coming mostly from Eastern European countries. They're the ones evidently behind this latest. Well, a lot of times, Eastern European,
yes,
Russia,
agreed.
some China. What I'm trying to figure out is that if there were criminal gangs doing this to Americans not via cyberspace, we'd be fighting back. And it doesn't seem like we as a country are fighting back. And why is that?
Well, I don't think we see it. So I do know for a fact that we do have offensive security that's happening from the U.S. government on a daily basis. And unfortunately, what you have is a situation more like, let's say, a hockey goalie, right? So hockey goalies, they take hundreds and hundreds of shots, but those scores are quite low. So 1 or 2 get by. You may still win the game, but in the long run, there's some that get by. In cybersecurity, those that get by, those are the hacks. And so from a ratio perspective, the number of attacks versus the successes is not the same. Like it is cattywampus. And so in the end, that's the thing that gets the press. That's the thing that gets the attention of people, obviously, when life and death is on the line. So in the end, all those attackers have to be is right one time, and they get through, and then you have the situation like you do with Ascension.
No, fair enough. I understand that. And there was just a bunch of car dealerships hacked. The company that provides software for car dealerships is hacked. But money has traces and trails. Mm-hmm. So does Bitcoin and everything else. There's ways to go after these people. And I guess what I'm trying to figure out is why there is not more deterrence from the U.S. government for the governments that are harboring these gangs.
I think there's opportunity on the table for that. I think from what I read and understand, it is a delicate balance. Now, I think it changes from administration to administration. And so you have ones that are maybe a little more aggressive. You have ones that may be a little less aggressive. In the end, I think there is a limited amount. I think that with the FBI recently, I think going after one of the ransomware actors, I believe in Portugal or Spain, they were able to capture one of these. But these are fewer and further between. So ultimately, what we get is indictments, but really no recourse by which we can actually go get them if they're in a non-extradition country.
Meantime, if you're in a hospital, who knows what you're going to do. Hey, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.